So with that, I've got my slides and let's go. Innovation platforms. What do we consider an innovation platform? We center our research on something called Wright's Law. Wright's Law is, and you'll get this sense of exponential growth here, Wright's Law says that for every cumulative doubling in units produced, costs decline at a consistent rate. Mr. Wright derived this formula during the early days of airplane manufacturing. And he noticed for every cumulative doubling in the number of airplanes produced, costs declined at a consistent rate. When costs decline at a consistent rate, they tend to, prices come down and unleash waves of demand. That's what we're talking about when we talk about exponential growth. You can see in the middle panel here, that's electricity, the start of electricity, and you can see how quickly it spread throughout the manufacturing sector in the United States. And then the third characteristic, so innovation platforms are characterized by declining cost curves, they cut across economic sectors, cut across the world, and the third characteristic is they spawn more innovation. So the innovation platforms that are evolving today, you can see on the right there. We are publishing a paper this week on this chart. And what we're trying to communicate here is we have never been in a period of innovation like we are now. If we were measuring this on the Richter scale in terms of impact on the global economy, this would be a 9 compared to maybe a 5 or 6 in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So you can see you have to look back that far to the late 1800s, early 1900s to see multiple innovation platforms evolving at the same time. So back then, as I mentioned, telephone, electricity, internal combustion engine. Today, we have blockchain technology, deep learning, robotics, energy storage, and artificial intelligence. These innovation platforms are going to impact every sector and are traveling around the world, as Amin and will set us up to understand very, very quickly. So they're going to transform every company and every industry. Here you can see the 5 innovation platforms are the biggest bubbles on this chart. But there are other technologies. Each of the 5 is going to be multiple $1 trillion of market cap, we believe, in the financial markets during the next 5 to 10 years. You can see other technologies evolving with them. And you can see the one specific to fintech, which is what this conference is mostly about. So you can see mobile value transfer devices, artificial intelligence in the cloud, and blockchain technology. So 2 of the big 5 are at work in the fintech space.